Well, as you can see, I don't speak as eloquently as Tom Davis does, but I don't know, I just feel people when I'm out there singing, and I see the reactions on their face. It makes me want to try a little harder, and I don't know what it is, but it just makes me happy, so I try to make them more happy. So I try to get into it, whatever they get into, whatever they feel, I want to feel it too. So that's all I can say about that.
An observation that I made was I couldn't quite understand why the younger people knew the words to the Motown songs, because I don't think you play those on the radio, and to other songs as well. And they knew, they were singing along with Sweet Home Alabama, and I'm saying, boy, when did they go to Alabama? So again, music is very, I think it's very universal, and I think it's the feeling. And I think that the young people in Eritrea seem to be more knowledgeable, and I think they're going to have a bright future. And I think that music, like Erwin said, is like it's a universal language that will move your country forward.
Now, I would like to introduce you. Mr. Gordon is the musical director of Grand Performers from Kampala, from Uganda. He's here in Eritrea for the second time. On his first tour in Eritrea was in 2012. Kiki Voss has been also for a long time in the music industry. She's been singing with Starlight Access. So if you just give us like 5 minutes, your reflections of your briefing, Gordon. We start with you and then Kiki and Vanessa. Thank you.
I just want to thank you for turning up and for the opportunity that I've got to interact with different people. My name is Gordon Kayov. I'm sure you agree with me that apart from my sister, the guys, their experience in music is much older than my age. I'm an accountant by profession, but that's my profession. My character and my passion, I'm a musician, and I love music. I am very happy and privileged to be in Uganda, in Asmara again, but particularly in 2012. My greatest experience was when I actually went to Sawa. If anybody is talking about Eritrea and Massawa, I feel that you somehow missing something. The love, if you've been to Uganda, Uganda was named the Pearl of Africa by Winston Churchill. And that's not a joke. If you go there, everything is there. You know, the climate, the weather, it's a wonderful place. But there's one thing that I find very unique in Eritrea, and that is the love and the patriotism that the young boys and girls have for their country. If you're able to watch the carnival yesterday, I've not seen it anywhere in the world, to see people struggling to represent their country in all different aspects. So when I went to Sawa, I actually saw the foundation of this love for their country. And we're different artists there, and we had a few challenges because, you know, it's a training camp. And my reply to everybody was that I came to experience in full what my brothers and sisters are going through. But also, finally, Uganda is a home to many Eritreans. But one thing I find very challenging is that it's very difficult that you single out an Eritrean on the street in Kampala. They are all called either Somalis or Ethiopians. And one of my greatest challenges has been to explain to the people of Uganda that there is a unique country called Eritrea. And these Eritreans are living with us in Kampala. Thank you.
Yeah, hello, that's my first time in Asmara, and I want to get to know the people here, the culture, and music is my passion and is my life. and I want to know how I feel here with the people and on the station. Also, when we have a gig, I can't explain. I see the eyes in the eyes from the children, and I have a lot of energy, and I'm very proud to be here. Yeah, and I'm happy to sing for the people because they're so lovely. And yeah, that is why I'm here. It's the music and the culture to know what is going on here in this land.
Hello, my name is Vanessa and I'm Kiki's daughter. And she already said what I want to say as well, is that we're here for the people and to do music just because we love music, and that's the way we kind of express our feelings, and that's the way the Eritreans express their feelings. But we've never done it before. We've never been on stage that long together, really. So it was really just to be able to go to Eritrea that we would do this. So we had also with Starlight, we've had never had this formation before, because I'm not part of Starlight Access, so we're just being featured, and we all really wanted to come here, so that's why we put a band together and do something else with it. Yeah, and we love it here, and I'm very, very grateful to be able also to meet other people like from America. We've been having a great time last night in the studio, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. And the Eritreans, they're really, really, really friendly, really kind, and I think this culture is very unique, and yeah. But I think everything has already been said, so yeah, thank you.
This is directed at the gentleman from Uganda, and we were speaking yesterday, and he was explaining to me that the group is only half of the group, and there are really 50 members. How do you musically direct that many people?
And actually 50 is not representative, because we have more than 50 tribes in our country. What we try to display is less than half of the rich cultural diversity of our country. But what drives us and what drives this particular group is I went through school and through sponsorships, because I used to dance. I dance and also train my fellow students. And that's how I got my education up to degree level. I'm from a very poor family. And so when all that was done, the objective was that if I've gone through that, how do I make others not be beggars? Because I looked at myself as a beggar. But I thought that God gave me a talent, that He did it for a particular reason. So most of the girls and boys that you see in the group have a similar background. And we have raised funds by performing, and that's how they've gone to school. So I have 56, but I mean, that is the number that I can be able to afford to pay fees for, and educate, but otherwise it would be a much bigger society. And if you've noticed, we are a true family. We operate as a family. If you've seen the girls move at the same time, the boys move at the same time, at particular times put on uniforms. Nobody orders. It's simply because, this runs right down in their blood. Thank you.
This question goes to all of you on stage. How do you explain the hospitality of the Eritrean people ever since you came here? And what impressed you the most from what you have seen so far?
The hospitality of the people in Eritrea, to me, actually does not start from here. From the time we came in 2012, by the time we returned back to Uganda, Eritreans started looking for us, and they shout on the streets as soon as they see us. And you wonder how they are more confident in our country than we are. We've done several weddings. They have bumped in our performances, and tried to dance with us, their things. And if you've been to Uganda, there is so much similarity in the tribes, the behaviors. And so, like the Kunamas in Baruntu, that's the family of our president. They feed, the food, everything, the clothing. Yeah, so the hospital, it is that link, that blood that flows. And when you come in here, it's just a complete mix. I mean, you are a king among everywhere. Thank you.
Because we're from Germany, we're so far away from Eritrea, so we didn't really know what to expect. So we didn't have any expectations because, but when we came here, we were overwhelmed by the warmth and the hospitality. They're so nice. You guys are so nice to us, and you're so respectful that when I stand in front of an Eritrean, he does look at me like she's white and I'm black or something like that. It's just, we're all people, and it's so nice because you don't have it anywhere else, I think. So we're just overwhelmed and really happy.
Okay, thank you. As an Ugandan, what will be maybe your message to your fellow Ugandans about Eritrea? Or maybe what will be the lesson learned on Eritrea and its culture and its, you were talking about the youth and how you were impressed about the patriotism that you saw. So what would be your message back home? And another question for Kiki and Vanessa. You're from Germany, and the last few years, in Europe, the way we see Eritreans. What was your thought before coming to Eritrea? You probably had some thoughts. And maybe repeating a little bit from previous question, but now that you came here, what are you gonna keep with you, and what are you bringing back with you to Germany?
Although I think we are all the same people, and I go back and say the people are very respectfully, and I think the German can learn a lot from other people, because I'm on a ship and I were in India and Africa, and I see the housekeeping on the ship they're so respectfully, and was heißt bescheiden?
Modest.
Modest. That's it's unbelievable for me, and that is I see it here again. The people are so lovely when I see the children.
That it is false. It is very false that Eritrean men were forced to marry 2 women. That's the message.
Was it on the media?
Yeah, it was the message about Eritrean men being forced to marry 2 women was widely more spread than the bomb in Brussels. So, and when we came, some of our women were wondering whether we are also going to go back with a few more women. So that's the message I'm taking to Uganda. And then the other message that we have so much in Uganda that we are not proud of it. And yet there is almost nothing here. And you're so proud of it. I think that's the greatest message that I feel I would get the powers to widely spread it. But also the other thing which I have done closely in Uganda is to celebrate your independences. When you remember your martyrs, how you fought for your country. And we have fully, I must apologize, we don't pronounce the words well, but in all the international performances that we do now, we put the aspect of the Eritrean dance, the Tigrinya, and we do it. I'm sure you've seen the girls do it. And if we could do that blend, then I know one day would become fully one person, and you do not have the injustices that you're facing all over the world. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Gordon. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you, Vanessa. And thank you very much. I would like to welcome you here. Maybe Frank, representing the group, can you please just give us 5 minutes briefing?
Thank you very much. For us, it's of course a great opportunity to meet so kindly people, and thank you again for the invitation. For me personally, it's really my impression and my opportunity to see this part of the world. I come from Peru. My roots are Afro-Peruvian music, so that's why I have to thank, and I feel being part of this continent. And as well, my colleagues, they have also amazing rhythms in Chile, in Bolivia, in Venezuela. At the beginning, when I'm drummer, and when I started to play drums, my vision was to be a jazz drummer, because I love the music. On my way to be a jazz drummer, it was like, oh, it's a lot of things happening there, a lot of knowledge, and at the end I looked back to my roots, or to think about where are really my roots, and that's why at the end it was Africa, right? And if you would know about the Venezuelan merengue in 5/8, it's like, or the Afro-Peruvian music, I will always find the magic and the soul of Africa, and that's why we are here.
Yeah, Frank, maybe tell us about your group. Like, I mean, you're all from South America, but you're based in Germany, and then what connects you? What's the connections?
Maybe Andres or...
Sometimes play together at the Latin session and in Münster, but we are not official like a band. We are cooperating always together.
My question is that seeing that your group is from different part of South America, when you go back home or when you go back to Germany, I guess we have our German ambassadors here. We're not going to call you a band anymore. But when you go back home, how will you explain the Eritrean resilience and how it influenced you as South Americans? I want your impression on that. Thank you.
What you asked before, I'm coming back to Chile. I'm just living in Germany since 3 years, and I'm going back to Chile, and I love the music, and I love Afro-Peruvian music and Bolivian music and Venezuela, music from Venezuela. And this music is always related with Afro music. And what I saw last night, I was dancing with a kid. He was dancing, and I was just following how was he moving. And I asked him, so show me your moves. And he was 8 years, and he was really with a rhythm so amazing. I know that because the people in Peru or the people in Chile or the people in Latin America, it's something or almost the same, but he was different, and he was so open. And maybe what I thought before I came here, I didn't knew anything about Eritrea. I thought maybe it's not so safe, maybe, I don't know, what you read always or what you see at TV. But what I saw yesterday or the days when, I just can say the people is just open. You are so musical too. You have an amazing music. We were dancing in Massawa, and we heard your music, and we were dancing like Latin American music. That was amazing, and all the people who was there from Eritrea were super nice with us, and I just can say the people here and your culture is just a treasure, and I think if the guys go to their countries, they are gonna say the same, and I am saying the same too, in Germany too.
Thank you again. Eritrea is marking its 25th Independence Day anniversary. How do you feel to be part of this special event? Thank you. Carl.
Of course, it's something special. Of course, it's a big thing, and it will be the great experience just to be here. It's quite complex to explain in a few words all the feelings, even the pressure of the air, because I didn't know that we are in 2000 something high, you know. I thought, oh, that's where my headache comes from. It's a great experience. Thank you. Because I'm not drummer, my thing is the rhythm, and maybe my first experience listening yesterday at the carnival, the people dancing, playing the rhythms. I'm really curious. And in music, it's like if you have a frog and you wanna see inside the frog what is going on there. In music, is if you listen to the music, it's the same. Oh, the rhythm, similar, not the same, because every music in every country is unique. But at the same time, this is the complexity. Unique, but also different. And of course, for me it's important this exchange for the last 5,000 years, 2,000 years. Exchanging all the time music. Going rhythms from Africa to South America, coming back to Europe, and all over the world. The music is every time going there, going back, and that's a great thing to be also here in Eritrea today.